Well, I think in 2010 America, to call someone a racist is probably one of the worst things that you possibly can do. So either they need to have some very strong proof of racial motivation, or this is an irresponsible insult that's actually slander. So I think it's beyond calling wolf now on this issue. Either you have proof or you don't. These people weren't there for any form of racial motivation. They just don't happen to like redistribution of wealth. That's what this is about. Today, if you oppose redistribution of wealth, apparently, in some people's eyes, you're racist.
So a reporter is interviewing me, asking me, well, are you inciting violence somehow against Democratic officials? And I'm thinking, no, I'm saying at the ballot box that we want to defeat the president's agenda. Now, interestingly, the media didn't seem all that interested in Bill Ayers and Bernardine Dorn. What do you think is that? There's a strategy here. You see, I think they want to go after Fox News. I think they want to go after Rush and Talk Radio and Sean Hannity and Michele Bachmann, anybody that opposes them. I think this is an orchestrated effort. Do you?
Remember when Speaker Pelosi walked arm in arm in a civil rights march across Independence Avenue from the House buildings over to the Capitol? In 3 years, I have never seen Nancy Pelosi cross the street the way that you saw in that picture. They deliberately went through that crowd, perhaps to try and incite something.
You think this was deliberately done by the Democrats, what, to create this image, to distract the American people from what the real debate is? What do you think their strategy is on this?
Well, it's a smear technique, but now it's beyond smearing people. This is actually out and out slandering people. Again, 30,000 freedom-loving people. They were picking up their own litter afterwards. I mean, these were the nicest people you would ever want to meet, happy people. And I think there's been a prearranged caricature that is being written, whether it's from the White House, whether it's from the DCCC. No, I don't know where it's coming from, but they want the American people to think these are angry, racially tinged people. No, it's people don't like the government takeover of another 18% of the private economy. This has nothing to do with racism, everything to do with opposing redistribution of wealth.
The media and coverage of this president is pretty much non-existent, except for maybe a few really strong reporters like Major Garrett. I thought Brett Baer did a great interview with the president, and a couple of others, by the way, but not many are willing to take on the president. They want to show that he plays basketball, that he's with his kids, and yet the real substance, he's transforming America and taking America more to the left than any other president in American history. Why do you think they don't want to cover that aspect of his presidency?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they share the same worldview, Sean, very clearly, and they're fine with the president taking ownership or control of 51% of the private economy. Remember, since the inception of Bailout Nation in 2008, the federal government, the story of the last 18 months is the federal government takeover of one industry after another. Now we're at the point where 51% of the economy is under the federal government's thumb. Never before in the history of this country has that ever happened. Right. This is a profound transformational shift. We see
next week we're going to be doing this program in your home state of Minnesota, where it's going to be, I'm going to be interviewing you and Governor Paine, and there's going to be a big rally, and we're going to be right in the middle of it. And by the way, people can come, and it's all the details are on my website, Hannity.com. So we look forward to seeing you in your home state next week with Governor Paine. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Sean, so much. And people can go to MicheleBachmann.com, too, for more details.
All right, terrific. Everyone's got a website. Everyone. Do you have one? Make one up. People go to it. All right, much more Hannity coming up.